Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we take complex financial documents and make them as clear as your morning coffee, but with way more intrigue. This week we are diving into a report from Golden Matrix Group Incorporated, and let me tell you, it is all about power shifts and rule changes within the company. This report paints a picture of a significant move, not by the company's board, but by its main owner, making some pretty big alterations to how the company can be run. So, as of the 2nd of December 2025, something important happened with Golden Matrix Group Incorporated. It might not seem like a big deal on the surface, but it actually changes who has the final say on some key decisions. The big news here revolves around the company's bylaws. Think of bylaws as the rulebook for how a company operates. One of these rules, Article 13, Section 45, used to say that either the board of directors, the company's main decision-making group, or the shareholders, the owners of the company, could change these bylaws. But now, this section itself, the very rule about changing the rules, can only be changed if a majority of the company's shareholders agree. This is a pretty significant change because it makes it much harder for the board to alter the bylaws without the owner's approval. It locks in how the bylaws can be modified, giving more power to the shareholders. Then there is another change to Article 5, Section 28B. This section deals with the powers of the chairperson of the board. Now, the chairperson has been given a whole lot more control. They can, if they think it is best, postpone or cancel any shareholder meeting or board meeting, or even just a part of a meeting. They can do this whenever they want, as long as they don't postpone it by more than 30 days. This gives the chairperson a powerful tool to manage the timing and flow of important company gatherings. Now, who made these changes, you ask? It wasn't the company's board of directors on their own. It was Alexander Milovanovic, who happens to be the majority stockholder. That means he owns more than anyone else and therefore has a lot of sway. He basically took this action by himself, without the company officially asking for it or holding a meeting because of this. The company doesn't believe they need to file a special document called a Schedule 14C with the government, which is usually required for major changes like this when the company initiates them. These bylaw changes therefore became official on the 2nd of December 2025, the day Mr. Milovanovic made the decision. As for how the company is structured, it has common stock valued at a tiny fraction of a cent, per share traded under the symbol GMG on the Nasdaq stock market. This is the stock that most people would own if they invested in the company. Overall, these changes in the bylaws could really affect the rights of all the security holders, which is why they are called a material modification to rights of security holders. It essentially means the fundamental rules governing how shareholders and the board interact and make decisions have been altered. Now, usually on this channel, we love to dig into the financial tables to see how a company is really performing. However, in this particular filing, there aren't any detailed financial statements. This report is primarily focused on these governance changes, the shifts in power and operational rules made by the majority stockholder, gritty numbers of revenue or profit for a specific period, and more about the framework of control. The actual document detailing these changes to the bylaws is included as Exhibit 3.1. It is the official record of what Mr. Milovanovic decided to amend. This exhibit is key to understanding the specifics of what was changed. It contains the exact wording of the amendments to the bylaws. And like with most of these filings, there is also the interactive data file, which is basically a digital version that allows for easier electronic processing of the information. Looking at this filing, the main story isn't about how Golden Matrix Group Incorporated is doing financially right now, but rather who holds the power to make decisions and how they can change the rules. The amendments made by the majority stockholder, Mr. Milovanovic, are quite substantial. By making it harder for the board to change the bylaws and giving the chairperson more authority to control meetings, he is effectively consolidating control and creating a more top-down structure. On the one hand, this can lead to quicker decision making as seen with the unilateral action taken here. The chairperson's new power to postpone meetings could be used strategically to gain more time for discussions or to avoid immediate shareholder pressure on certain issues. For investors, this means understanding that a significant portion of the company's direction is now heavily influenced by the majority stockholder and the chairperson's discretion. However, there is always a risk when power becomes too concentrated. It can stifle innovation if dissenting voices aren't heard, and it can make the company less transparent. If shareholders feel their ability to influence decisions is diminished, it could lead to dissatisfaction. The biggest opportunity here for the company is if these changes streamline operations and lead to faster, more effective execution of its business strategy. The biggest risk is if this concentration of power leads to decisions that benefit only a select few rather than the broader shareholder base, or if it creates a hostile environment for dissent and new ideas. In conclusion, Golden Matrix Group Incorporated has undergone a significant internal governance shift. While financial performance is not the focus of this specific filing, the changes in the bylaws and the chairperson's powers are critical for anyone looking at the company's structure and future decision-making processes. It's a move that gives more centralized control, which can be a double-edged sword. Alright, that is our breakdown of Golden Matrix Group Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on these changes and what they signal for the company's future? Do you think this concentration of power is a good thing or a bad thing? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of corporate finance and governance. Don't forget to check out the Discord community linked in the description below for more discussions and insights. Thanks for watching. See you next time.